Hey gang, welcome back to the Buyers Only Realty YouTube channel and Dwight's New Home Tours. Today we're going to do something a little different. This morning I was in shooting a new video for of Dreamfinders community, Deerfield Meadows, down here in St. Augustine, south end of St. Augustine. And I wanted to show you a little bit more about the individual homes that they're constructing in here. Beautiful homes, and they're a great quality builder. So let's go take a peek. This one is the Fleming 2. It's an inventory home that they have going up. As a matter of fact, it's priced just under $300,000, which is an awesome deal on a huge lot with plenty of room for a pool. So but that's kind of secondary information, and on a lake. So but we want to show you some of the different things that Dreamfinders does here across the board in all their communities, including Deerfield Meadows. So they uses the wall board is called part of the zip system, called zip board. We call it a zip board. What it is glue impregnated strand board. You'll see it from the inside, that starts off from the factory fairly thick, and it goes through calendar roll and gets down to the 7/16 with glue impregnated through it, and it keeps gets good structural integrity to the house, good moisture and wind resistance, things like that. And all the seams, because it's 4x8 sheets and all the seams are flashed with the flashing tape. It's kind of a rubberized or siliconized tape that they cover all the seams with. Okay, the same way they flash all the openings with it, as you can see. Okay, anytime you have a wall penetration, that's what they do. And when they flash their windows, okay, and that keeps everything watertight, moisture tight, and then they'll put all the covering over the top, whether it's a stucco or a hardy lap product or something of that nature, whatever they're going to put on the outside. Okay, so it's called the zip board. Exterior walls of 2x6, and we're going to see some aircraft type cabling up. Then we're going to see that on the other side. I'll show you some of that in just a minute. But that 2x6 exterior wall will give you, when they insulate, will give you an R19 insulation factor. So it's very, very good. Okay, so let's go on over here. We're going to look at that cabling system they use, and that's to help keep the structure tied together in high winds. Okay, so here's a good example of it here. There's a cable, and it's an aircraft cable. It's a tensioned cable that starts off attached to the foundation through the bottom plate, through the piece of wood they call a bottom plate, all the way into the concrete, and then up to through the top plates, the woods that go across out the top plates, and then the truss package is secured to the wall, so it keeps everything tied together, okay, in heavy wind loads. Okay, again, 2x6 construction exterior walls. Now, also, you may see sometime in construction where they put some of the boards they use for the outside walls, they might put some on the inside, whether it's a zip system, whether it's standard plywood, what have you. What that is a shear wall. The engineers, when they engineer a wood frame home, they know what kind of wind loads it can take. They know all the different numbers that go into designing the actual home itself, and the truss packages and the wall systems. And sometimes they'll put what they call a shear wall. That'll be wood that's placed on that wall. They'll sheetrock over that, and it keeps the house stable in high winds. It's part of the engineering of the house. It's called a shear wall. All right, and you might find some of those throughout different homes as they build them. Okay, so here's the back side of the zip board. Again, and these strands, these pieces of wood that they use when they put it together, the grains are picked for certain characteristics. The direction that they put them together are for certain characteristics for strength and durability. And again, this wood starts out as a product that's about 7 or 8 inches thick, and at the factory, as it's rolled through calendar rolls and impregnated with glue, it gets to be the 7/16 that we see on the walls today. Okay, again, giving it strength and moisture and wind resistance. All right, what else can we talk about? There's a great example of that cabling, all kind of in that corner right there. Okay, and anytime you see penetrations in walls where like wire goes through the wall, or that cabling goes through the wall, hoses, anything at all, you have to have fire resistance. Well, they missed one there. I'm sure they'll go back when the county inspects them. But that's foam that they spray in the hole. Anytime you have a penetration through a wall, they have to have foam in there. So looks like they still need to go back and touch some of those things up. But that's for fire rating, so that if fire gets into walls, things like that, during some sort of event that may happen, it keeps it from traveling as fast. Okay, as you can see up there where they've done some of that. Okay, a lot of this is just building codes, and so they keep constantly up on that. Okay, let's see what else we can talk about here. Again, the Fleming that we're in is actually a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home. Huge bay window back here on this thing overlooking the water. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What else? There's another good thing for us to talk about, is those metal plates that are down there. These metal plates, they put those here when you have a wire or something penetrating the wall. And what they do that for is when they put those plates there, so when the guys hang the sheetrock and they're zipping screws in, they don't zip one into that piece of wood and then hit that wire and nick the wire. So it's to protect those wires and any like pipe, PVC pipe, things like that go through the windows. Or I mean, through the wood. And then of course the insulation, foam insulation that goes around all the windows, keeps everything tight. Okay, you see it around all the windows. Okay, so this is just some of the things that Dreamfinders does to make a really, really nice home. And of course, the ply gem windows that they use, they're low E rating. I don't know if you can see my video, kind of has a green tint right there. That's a low E coating that's built into the glass on the outside, and it helps radiate heat back away from the glass before it gets into your home. Okay, called a low E window. Of course, we got raw sheetrock on the floor ready to go in. So they got to insulate first, and then they'll get to hang the sheetrock. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about a little bit of plumbing. Most of the builders now, including Dreamfinders, are using for the inbound, the pressurized side of the water, your inbound water material called PEX tubing, PEX pipe. And what it is, it's a flexible pipe. You got the red for hot and then the cold, and it allows, it's a thick-walled pipe. It's very, very strong. All the joints are very strong. It allows them to bend it around corners with putting less joints in, so less potential for leaks. Okay, let's see if we can find you a good example of how they bend them around corners. Well, here's a good example going into the bathtub there. Say they've kind of just bent it a little bit. It saves them having to put a bunch of joints in there, and what you would normally have to do with regular PVC pipe. Okay, so that's what I just want to kind of show you guys some stuff. I think let's see, I think this is a good example of how it bends. Here we go. Let me walk inside the shower here, and that'll help us understand what they do with the PEX. See, when they put the bend in it like that, there we go, my camera cleared up, put the bend in it, saves them having to put a joint. So just makes it easier to work with, and the longevity there is much better, I think. Okay, so that's how Dreamfinders builds their homes. Many other builders have similar characteristics, and so that's all we just wanted to show you. So let's see what else we can show you about this particular home as we go out to the back. This particular home, again, is on a lake. Beautiful home. Plenty of room for a pool or a fire pit area, screened porch, anything you might want to do. These are huge lots. Okay. There's a good example of the zip system, the zip board with the window in place and all the flashing tape around it. See how that's all done. Keeps everything secure. Then a stucco or hardy or lap sign, whatever is going to go over the top of that, will go over the top of that. Okay. So anyway, Sharon and I do appreciate you guys tuning into the For Buyers Only Realty YouTube channel. And today was about a little construction techniques and different things. If we can help answer any more questions or get you guys some more information on any of the builders or new construction processes, just give us a shout out. We're here for you. We do appreciate you. Okay. I want you to have a fantastic day. Thanks.